everything you can hear. 100% infield. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Whatever. Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40 millimeter tube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like this? I think we are live. Hello. Can you hear me well? Can you see me? Can you hear me well? I just made a DIY setup in my sister's living room. Yeah, you can. Awesome. How's everyone? Cody72, how's everything? Dennis Day, layer by layer. Are you the one that makes like some YouTube short on some cool multicolor print or something like this? Somehow I see your name almost every day or something. Like when I check our YouTube or something. But there's a lot of name layer, so I'm not sure if it's you or not. Little John, how's everything? Noodle 3D. Zombie is here as well. Zombie, we need to have a talk. I almost finished the. Do you remember? Like many months ago, I was talking about having some partner tiers and some type of structure and like something organized. You remember that utopia that we had a few months ago? I actually almost finished it. So because I want to start 2024 with something like very organized and stuff. I think you're going to really like it. So but anyway, maybe after the Thanksgiving or something. I know you guys are in the middle of the best week of the year, right? That's the Thanksgiving. Like you are all on holiday and eating and stuff like this. Come out and PLA. How's everything? Sideline Review is here as well. Oh, I miss all of you guys. It's been a long time. I hope you are all doing extraordinarily well. Thunder Key is here. Who else is here? Traxman25 is here. Moto Freak. Nightcore. Who is this stranger on Polymaker Switch account? Yeah, it's been a long time, right? It's been a long time. Airborne Kraken. Good morning. Are you still in France? Yeah, I am. I'm in my mom house. I'm downstairs in my. This was mine before, and my sister took over everything, and she transformed this room here. She transformed it into a living room, and so I took all her TikTok setup, like the big lamp and stuff, the TV, and I just removed all her. Otherwise, it would be full of stuff like this, and then stuff like this, and stuff like this, and what is this? Stuff like this. That would be my background, so I had to remove everything, even all the stuff that was on the wall. Breakfast behind you, yeah. I mean, it's not breakfast, but I don't know if you knew that, but I've been eating really bad since I arrived. In France, you have a lot of food that are not available in China, and that was my worry going to the US. But actually, it's the same here in France as well. Like when you go to the US, when you go to a supermarket, you have half of the supermarket is only food that are not super good for your health, or so it's really tempting when you go in a US supermarket. But I realized that in France is the same. Only Chinese supermarket are most of it is like very healthy food. So it was easy to stay healthy there. Happy time zone. Yeah, we should have more people from Europe because I'm in the European time zone. It's 5:30 p.m. and I think it's the morning in the US or something like this. So welcome European people for your first live stream. Layer by Layer helped out at Earth, has an awesome tree. Layer by Layer was at Earth? Layer by Layer, or What was, I don't remember. I do some modeling layer by layer. You remind me something, but yeah, I've been away from the internet for too long. Any news on my Ender win? Which win? Yeah, I do have a lot of catch up to do. I started catching up on all the giveaways today, but there might be some more. I've been away for like what 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, a little bit on Discord or something, and still active on the Ponymaker account, but a little bit away. The reason being, two reasons. Number one, I moved, right? I give back all my apartment, everything in Shanghai. I give out everything, and now I'm in my mom's house in France, and I still haven't found my home in the US, so I'm still looking. But I should be flying out on December 6th. So on December 6th, I will fly to Houston, and hopefully by that time I will have where I will fly to, and all my stuff are in the boat in between Shanghai and Houston. So that's one reason I've been a little bit in between. And the second reason is my regular job took I don't know why I'm looking at the chat instead of the camera, but the other reason is I've been working a lot on next year's strategy. Like my regular job is, business management, business and marketing management for North America. And I really want to start next year in a really different scale. We have grown a lot at Ponymaker in the last 2 years and a half, and it arrived at the point where we need to restructure things. Like you add on top, you grow. So I stepped back, I looked at everything, and I restructured everything. And this take a lot of time, doing the SWOT analysis for this, and then doing some segmentation in this way and then in this way. So all of this took a lot of time, and it was easier for me to stay a little bit away from, community talking, community involvement, etc. Just the time I could highly focus on all of this business stuff. But today I just wanted to make a live stream because I thought it's been a long time, and actually I miss a lot all the 3D printing community. I really miss all the discussion and stuff. So just so that we could catch up a little bit. So that's why I decided to quickly install something together and jump on a live stream. So I'm really glad you guys are able to join, and even if it's just to say hi, but just so that we can catch up a little bit. Talking about catch up, let me continue on the chat. Paisley, thank you for joining. Zombie, a few months, yeah, maybe even a year or something. But anyway, the most important is that it's there, right? There's a lot of idea that we talked about, and we implement them, whether it's a month or a year after, but we slowly implement them. Most important is the idea are still there, and we continue implementing them. Is this hacker on this account? Little John, Nick, I was in China and checked with someone originally from Sichuan province. Were there pandas? Yes. Which type is the cutest? She said that red pandas are cutest, so I can tell you that you are mistaken. I got the official answer. No. That was a fake answer. Red pandas are not even panda. Are not even panda for me. Computer Medic, thank you for joining. How is everything, Computer Medic? Carlos Reyes is here. Didi Day is here. Donald Sears. Lol, is that my kid area or yours? Kenneth Seng is here. Who is this trying to midday stream? How's everyone? Mike 3D. Nightcore. May get production PLA. Oh, you got who got this new PLA? I'm trying to catch up in the whoa. Where was? Oh, whoa. Okay, here. Yeah. So the new PLA. We can talk about it today. So today the main thing that I want you to talk about is the refill. But I mean, we can catch up on a lot of things. In between we launched the matte PLA as an answer to Slant 3D and an answer to the growing demand for production filaments. So we can, later on we can define what a production filament mean. How do you make a production product? What does that mean? Like, does that only mean bigger product? Does that mean more consistency batch to batch? Does that mean, yeah, what does that mean? So we can talk about this as well if you are interested. But I was not expecting consumers to get Matt PLA, and then I saw Nightcore a picture. I think, was it on Discord? I don't remember, but I saw that he got the I think it was a picture like, oh, it arrives or something like this, and I was like, because I know he liked to collect the different filament, but Matt PLA is for production. I mean, literally the name stands for production. Well, Nightcore has so many printers that at some point we could say he's a production customer. JK Tech, it's okay. We know those toys are yours. maybe actually all of these was. I mean, there is even like some. Look at that. Look, I mean, I should ask my sister to join the stream. She's a fan of unicorn. That's the reason. Cool Weave. How is everything? US supermarket are full of bad food. Well, I would say they are full of super good food, but I'm not sure if it's super good for your health. That's what I would say. I miss the good food in Europe. Yeah, all the good stuff here. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Winsing19, thank you for joining. Aperol à Team France. Carlos, are you from? Oh, Carlos, the incredible prop maker. Is that? I didn't even realize it was that Carlos. Is this special Carlos? Irib is here, of course. I told you more European people are going to join. Humber John, miss you, buddy. Thanks for doing many giveaways. It allowed me to print almost 300 toys for the Christmas try. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, we did actually quite a lot of giveaway in the last 2 months, and that's the reason why I got really behind. Even if it's like just sending a coupon. Like sending all of these coupons is just a lot of work. When you have like thousands of coupons, it becomes a lot. Good morning, K2 Kevin, Dusty Knuckle, how's everything? Ramoling is here as well. Thank you, Ramoling, for being so active on Discord as well. I've seen your name a lot. Why did the little biscuit cry? Because its mother has been a wafer so long. I guess that's an English joke. I didn't get it. It's been a very long time. Who is this stranger on stream? Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm really happy we can catch up all together. Glad you're back. Can't wait to see where Polymaker goes next year. Yeah, and this is a transitional background, right? When I arrived to US, I'm hoping to make something nice. And one issue I also realized is my dream was as soon as I arrived in the US, then I start working on a super nice studio. But the problem is, I cannot buy a house as soon as I arrive, like for 2 reasons. Number one, I wanna get to understand Houston, live in Houston, and see where are the good area and the bad areas and blah 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 blah. Right? So I don't want to buy and then I regret. But number two, you guys have some type of credit score system that allows you to, like, if you go to the bank and you don't have that thing, then the interests are very high, or maybe they don't even give you a loan or something. So you need time. You need at least half a year, sometimes more than half a year, just to build that thingy. So yeah, for these 2 reasons, I cannot buy the house when I arrive. So I will have to have a transitional studio before having the final thing, which I presented actually to our CEO, so Xiaofan. I presented to our president, and then he really liked the idea of that new studio. There is a special name and there is a special stream that we are going to do, and he would like to join a little bit more to give all of the technical input. So you're going to love it. The only disappointment is I thought it would be as soon as I arrived, but it would take some time actually to build up that studio. But anyway. Everything is there if you wait. Yeah, I'm trying to translate a French expression, but I don't have it. Production filament is super interesting topic. Yeah, it is, and I'm hoping Slant 3D can comment on this product, because I want to see, if if we are releasing something that is close to what they were talking about, or if we missed what they were talking about, etc. So I'm always looking at whether Slant 3D are reacting to that PLA. So looking forward to seeing if they do. I need to print a spool holder now. Yeah, 1 kg spool holder, 2.5 kg spool holder, 3 kg spool holder, 5 kg spool holder. I got the production matte PLA been fine-tuning my profile for it. We'll upload some picture this evening of a good production model I printed last night. Okay, looking forward to it, Nightcore. Shenanigan, thank you for joining. I do batch processing for a couple small companies. Yeah, there you go. So you are technically production customers, Nightcore. 3DHP, how is everything? Adorable. Adorable, are you talking about that huge that huge unicorn? Francis Bellon, how's everything? Thank you for the conversation we had on Discord. Who else do we have? Blah, blah, blah. I did over 500 toys for tots. Nice. So there is two main things, right, going on for the toys. I think there is toys for tots and the Christmas print drive, right? I think the what's the theme? The pirate, the pirate print drive and the toys for tots. And I think for toys for tots, I think we donated, I think almost Dusty Knuckle is here, so maybe he has the better number, but somewhere around like 5 pallets or 6 pallets, something like this. Let me see if here I have the live chat on the side here, just in case he answers something. But Dusty Knuckle has the actual numbers. But yeah, I'm happy that they are put to good use to print a lot of toys, good toys. Who else do we have? You have to say Wayfair, not wafer, to get the joke. Wayfair. Yeah. Coolfwib, first stream I've seen you without your uniform, aka Q4 shirt. This time what? Creality shirt. That's the only 3D printing shirt that I took, because obviously I don't have all my how do you call that, wardrobe with me, right? I only have the bag that I brought from China. All the rest is in the ship. But that's the only one that I found in my bag that was close to 3D printing related. Blah 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 blah. America credit score, yeah, that one credit score. FICO credit score. I hope there is not many different type of credit score. I only saw one. I sometimes think that French-speaking people deliberately try to ruin English joke. Sorry for that, Little John. Sorry for that. Zombie, check your Discord DM. Like right now? Yeah, I cannot do that, Zombie, because we have another code going on. So if we do this one, we're gonna have a huge amount of demand of canceling the one that used the other code and to use the new code. So that's why I usually don't do code during another code. So it was a good idea, like kind of like celebrating the stream, but maybe we need to find another idea. Maybe like some type of giveaway or something. FICO is a chess game. Yeah, sideline review. I checked some YouTube video on how to increase your credit score in the short amount of time, and I've been studying these videos. But basically, at the end of the day, they just say, just use your credit card as much as possible and pay back at the end of the month, basically. Check out the new Polymaker Pack model, all free. Yeah, if you want. Actually, let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff. So if you have not seen, let me move you here. Here, are you still with me? Yeah, you are. You guys are here. And then I will move this here. Okay, and let me share. So let me share this screen. 30% off of all filament. Yeah, Black Friday 2023. So I will talk about this right now. If I can share screen and title screen. Okay, there we go. So very quickly, so we have we have Black Friday going on. Black Friday 2023. So if you use that code, you will get 30% off our website, everything, like literally everything, like from the regular Polylight PLA to the 3D pen filament, going through all the hardware, polishing kits, blah blah blah. So basically, the 30% is removing from your order. So that's why it's on everything, and it doesn't work with gift card, which makes sense, right? Otherwise, you just gather all the gift card 30% off for the whole year, and then. But anyway, so it's this one, Matte PLA for production. Let me catch up. Blah, blah. You presented about a studio. To presidency. No. Little John likes to joke, looks like. You don't want to buy a house today anyway, rent for a year or most first. Yeah. Too true, purchasing a home right now would be horrible rates. Yeah, I heard that a lot actually. So yeah, anyway, it looks like it's not a good idea to buy now. You do not need a credit score to buy, just need to ask about manual underwriting. Churchill Mortgage does this type. Okay. Oh, I think I heard that in the last stream at the same time. There has been some issue with your donation to Toys for Tots. Oh, really? What happened? There have been some issues with your donation to Toys for Tots. Computermatic, what issue is that? I've done approximately 800 toys for the LM Print Drive. Amazing, Captain J Bear. That's a lot of toys. I hope you have a lot of printers. Polymaker stream at a Europe-friendly time. Nice to meet you, Chris. Or nice to see you here, I should say. Nice to be finally able to tune in. Yeah, I'm really happy that we have a lot of European people coming. 7-Fig Xenon 4 Alien Tail, almost done. Upper body next. Thank you, Polymaker. Yeah, I'm following that project, Jerry. Looking forward to the final life-size alien. Is it just me, or is the video freezing every 10 to 15 seconds? Is it? Maybe? Is it? I should have a really good internet. But let me know if that's the case. But it should be way better than back in China. Gonna list some filament in stock for the Black Friday sale. Yeah, actually, I did a coupon just before the Black Friday on the Steve Bills celebration, and it did eat up some stock for our Black Friday. So that's why I had to put like limited stock, because I was not super confident we could finish the week with the current stock. I just jumped back on and heard the word code. Did I miss a code dropping? No, nothing. Just Black Friday 2023. Between 6 to 7 pallets, depending on how well stacked, and still shipping email. Yeah, perfect, Dusty Knuckle. So here you go, between 6 and 9 pallets. And Dusty Knuckle, I have 6 more pallets. I have 6 more pallets coming, just to let you know. So yeah, 6 more pallets coming. 30% off Filament Black Friday. Yes. Let's hear about the refill business. Yeah. So I'm really sorry. Let me go really quickly through the rest. The moving to the US credit scores. You have good Discord. Yeah. Will you be expanding the color of the Polysonic line? Yes. Polysonic PLA Pro will end up with 10 color each, or 10 regular color. Simply Huffy, thank you for joining. Blah blah. I'm catching up on everything. I'll be ordering a few more colors, so gonna ramp up my Christmas printing. Physics, thank you for joining as well. DM on Discord, blah. No stream breaks. Nick, now you only need some solar panel and you're okay. Are you in the States now? If do, we gotta meet up for a coffee. Not yet. I'm in France right now, but I will be in the US very soon. Okay, I caught up on all the chat. I'm just looking for Computermatic message, because he said there is a problem with the donation or something like this. So I'm interested in what happened. Yeah, so this is the Matte PLA for production. So if you buy the so let me introduce the product first. This is meant for production, so that's why I send you a message on Discord. Okay, got it, Computermatic. So I what was I saying? Yeah, so production customers. So we've been following what the Slant 3D videos, right? All of the videos that he put out about the filament not being good, blah blah blah. So there's one part of the video that was more about complaining about the filament manufacturers. There is another part of the video where he explained his experience as being a production, a 3D printing production, basically. And that was the part of the video that I was the most interested in. And he talked about a lot of different things that I shared on Discord. But basically, this material is designed with his video in mind, basically. And I want to see if it's working. Like if his experience and his feedback would help to develop a product that is indeed more suitable for production customers. So obviously, he talked about the filament size, the spool size. What he really said is that we are using 1 kg for no reason. Now we are using 2.5 kg, but I would have to say it's also for no reason. Like I don't know how to find an actual reason that would say, okay, we are using 2.85 kg because blah 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 blah, right? So I would say we made it bigger because we have the hypothesis that production customer would not want to change the spool as often as a 1 kg, but would not want to be bothered by a too big spool, and that's where the 2.5 come from. So yeah, don't ask too many questions, right? It's like this. Again, I'm not too sure how Slant 3D would decide a perfect spool weight. Again, they released theirs and it was also 1 kg, so that's the part I didn't really understand. But he said 1 kg didn't make sense for production customers, so I didn't make it 1 kg, so I made it 2.5. The other thing is, this formula is pretty amazing. Matte surface, this no surprise. It's the same technology as Polytera, so no surprise there. Weather resistance. So I think this is pretty cool to have a weather resistance PLA, and there is the data, right? For people that are doubting, I like to share data, right? So I've actually worked a lot on this page. So that's why I want to go through that page, right? I worked a lot on that page. And by the way, thank you to the oh, I do have switch. Give me a second. Oh, I don't have. Give me a second. I do have. I may be able to have an even better internet. Where did I put that? Blah blah blah. Oh wait, because the oh, there you go. The Wi-Fi password is abnormally long, and let me. Okay, you can hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. You can hear me now, right? Hello, hello. Yeah, okay. So So basically, the router is upstairs, and my sister told me I just have to plug the there is a relay here. I don't know how you call that in English, but it's a small thing that helps to push the signal downstairs. And she told me I just have to plug it and then it will work. So I plug it and it doesn't work. Anyway, sisters. Okay, share screen again. Okay, yeah, maybe finally I won't ask her to join the screen. Weather resistance is very interesting. I noticed my Cyberman pumpkin have been affected by sitting outside. The outer walls have slumped slightly between the infill areas. They are printing in silk PLA. Yeah. Yes, Carlos, 3D print maybe next year. I will be coming to Dallas. I'll keep you updated. Oh, that would be amazing, Carlos. That would be amazing. Okay, so sorry if I missed some question. Going back there. I'm just bothered because my StreamYard is saying I have a bad internet, but I'm hoping you can hear. It looks like the bad internet is following me. It was not China. It was me. It was not China. Okay, so if you want more information, you can go on the page. I did spend time explaining exactly how we did all the testing. Okay, so if if in your mind it's like weather resistance PLA, that doesn't make sense, blah blah blah, feel free to go and check all our data, right? And then chemical resistance as well, chemical resistance to what we have tested. So that's why I put what did I put? To many liquid chemicals. What did I say? Chemical resistance to many common solvents. And then I tested household cleaner with a pH 11. There is another one that we tested pH 4, and it was it's there actually. I put everything, and I forgot the equal here. Household cleaner pH 11, household cleaner pH 4, 75% alcohol, vinegar, pH 4, fertilizer pH 6, and I think we tested two other kind of fertilizer, and this is the result. So in pretty much all the testing, the materials maintains over 85% of its mechanical properties. So we usually test tensile strength, Young's modulus, and sharp impact strength. That's usually the most important. What makes it weather resistant, like UV protection and good with temperature swings? What you mean? What makes it in a way like formula wise, or what makes it in a way? What did we test it to call it weather resistant? So if that's option 2, like I say, you can go there and you will see. So basically, we are putting it under UV, right? So fluorescent UV light exposure, and then we follow this standard. And so this is the type of UV, the irradiance, and then we have a cycle. So we have 720 cycles between an hour 20 of UV and then 18 minutes of water spraying, and then 720 cycles. So that's 60 days of testing, and then that's equivalent to 3 years out in the wild. And the equivalent come from a rule of thumb that I found on Micron laboratories. So they are doing all the testing device for accelerating weathering. So that's hopefully that answers your question. Testing, I'm assuming you can't tell me chemical wise. Yeah, that's why I was answering. So simply Huffy, that's the answer. UV and water. And then it's at I think it's 63 degree. Yeah, the black panel temperature at 63 plus minus 3 degree. But there is no, I don't think it's not going through a cycle. I don't think the temperature is going through a cycle. I think the temperature is stay at 63. The black panel stay at 60 plus degree, and just to accelerate the hydrolysis, the reaction, the degradation reaction. But it's not testing the temperature thingy. People making actually decomposed combustible PLA mix, making it more resistant. Yeah, it's kind of kind of going the opposite way. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you need something that it's. I mean, in a way, it's the market, right? The market kind of have like opposite demand. So filament manufacturers kind of need to decide, right? Because the market is asking for the most durable and the most resistant material, and at the same time they are asking for the most eco-friendly, recyclable, degradable material. So at some point we have to decide. um, I'm I'm deep in the weeds of UV testing myself right now for component at work. Oh, nice. We do UV and side spray testing. Yeah, so you should be familiar with the ISO we are using, which I think is one of the most popular. I think there is like 3 ISO that are popular for accelerated weathering. No problem, simply Huffy. Is this matte PLA for production Polytera or regular Polylite PLA? For production Polytera or it's none of them. What do you mean? Is this matte PLA for production Polytera or regular? Oh, you mean what base material did we use? So the base material would be more Polytera, because the matte PLA is what will define in which direction we are going. So it's more Polytera. Is this data live? Can I go back look at it? Yeah, it's on the website. You can go on the website here, us.promico.com, and then if you go filament by application production, or you go PLA, matte PLA for production, there's 2 ways to reach this page. I don't want biodegradable. I want it to last forever. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, it won't last forever, but it will last enough for, I don't know what you're going to use it for, but it should last enough, hopefully. Okay, so that's for that. The other one is that has been asking for is the Christmas pack. So the Christmas pack this year is amazing. It's really, really amazing. One issue is it's not available. So the reason being, it has arrived. So first, the shipment was a little bit late. Not a little bit, it was 2 weeks late. So number one, the shipment was 2 weeks late. It arrived 1 week ago. The problem is it arrived at the Amazon warehouse, and the Amazon warehouse is super, super busy at the moment. But they didn't even have time to scan our Christmas pack. So that's the reason why there is 0 inventory. So it stays sold out, but it has never arrived, basically. And we are hoping that in the next coming days, it will be available, because the shipment arrived a week ago already. So we hope that they can scan it at some point. But whenever it's available, then I'm guessing that it's gonna go pretty quick. So if you really want it, you can monitor it. I will put the announcement on Discord. So if you are on Discord, you will be one of the first one that will know. But I'm just guessing that it's gonna go pretty quickly, especially if it arrived during the Black Friday, which people are gonna take advantage of the Black Friday 2023. So for the 30% off. So that's one reason. And obviously, I already released the Christmas model. So if you guys don't know what to print, I already put the Christmas model, which are pretty amazing. The Christmas models are. Let me show you. Open viewers. There is 3 Christmas model. The same as the Halloween pack. We released the Halloween pack model, like the scarecrow, no, the scare, yeah, the pumpkin model, the witch, and the slime model. And this time we are going to have. It's loading. Come on. Anyway, let me use. I think Zombie shared some pictures on Discord. Let me use this picture. That would be. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is the Santa. Big Santa, really amazing model. And look at the. Can I go on the face? How can I zoom on the face? Okay, I cannot zoom on the face. Can I hold shift? How do you pan? How do you pan through the? Oh, maybe you cannot. Anyway, you see how it looks like. Pretty cool. This is the Santa model, so that would be for the Santa's Velvet Red. Okay, pretty cool. And then we have a magnificent angel. Yeah, it's gonna take forever to load, but basically this angel, really beautiful. So that's gonna be for the champagne gold. So both of them, the Santa's Velvet Red and the champagne gold, are silk PLA, Twilight Silk PLA. And we have a beautiful Christmas tree that is going to be Comet Extravagance Green, and this is a dual starlight. So it's two different starlight green, and they are dual. So it's our first dual starlight. But this is also pretty cool. And I don't know if that's possible, but I mean, there is a possibility to paint this model. Like every single ball would be in a different color, maybe, and then the guirlande will be in a different color, and then all the packaging will be in a different color, and then maybe the how do you call that? The tape or the thing here will be in a different color. So yeah, but that would be a nightmare to print, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility. So that would be the model for the Christmas pack. Good point, Zombie. All of these are supportless. You don't need support, and that's the beauty of this design. Even if you remember the Halloween pack model, no support, and Zombie printed this one and no support. Oh, the ribbon, yeah, there you go. You can also color the ribbon in a different color, maybe all of them in one color, and then all the packaging in different color or something like that. I mean, you can make a beautiful model with the Christmas tree, maybe a gold star. If you have, like, I don't know. Is there anyone with 2 or 3 AMS? And then you can. I think with like what? I mean, even with 4 colors, you could do something nice. But the more colors you have, and the more amazing this Christmas tree could be. So there is already some people that printed it, I think. Let me see. Yeah, there's Stephen Poole. So this is the Santa. This is the angel is really amazing. The angel is amazing. And this is the Christmas tree. The one color Christmas tree. And I believe, let me check. I think Zombie also printed these guys. Let me. Yeah, so this is the Santa. So this is from Zombie. I think he used Sorcerer Red. Yeah, which actually is a pretty cool color. Pretty good color to print Santa. And I think he printed. Okay, so that's the. Oh wait, I think he finished it. Yeah, that's the angel. I believe it's periwinkle. I think silk periwinkle. So a beautiful angel. And I do not think he printed the. No, I don't think he printed the Christmas tree. So yeah, pretty amazing model. Yeah, the Pez Rewinkle. The Pez Rewinkle. I thought about you, Pez, because Pez is because I saw some Pez. I think yesterday or the day before. There's a lot of Pez still in France. When you go to supermarket, at the cashier, there is all the Pez. So I thought it was funny. Okay, so that champagne is really nice. Yeah, the champagne is pretty cool. These are renders. All of these, I think I wrote it on the website. Yeah, rendered model. So yeah, be careful. These are I just rendered them on Blender. So all of these are rendered model. They are not printed. So be aware. Be aware. I have no doubt with you guys' skills you can get similar results, but please be aware these are rendered model. The pictures are not rendered though. These are real pictures. All of these are real pictures. It's just that our winding is just incredible. That's why. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding because I do think the winding is pretty good. But I'll take real pictures when it comes in. Yeah, definitely. Pez is European. Collect those and sell in America. Pay for your new house. Start a business, huh? Okay, so let's go to our topic of today. Refill or not to refill? That is the question. I don't know if you have been following on Twitter recently, but I have. There's two tweets. I mean, I've been talking about this for a long time, right? But recently, I've been tweeting two things, and that's what I want to talk about today. I got a school of the silk dark blue, and the winding was amazing. The spool. Oh yeah. I mean, the more time passed and the better the winding is, because we are slowly implementing our version 3, I think now, winding technology. So it goes through all of these steps, but all the inventory needs to go and etc. So if you buy a new product, like for example, silk dark blue is a new product, then it will directly come with the new winding technology, right? You know that one, Ramolin, right? This is delicious. You haven't tried yet, you should try. It's delicious. Go away, unicorn. Okay, so refill or not to refill. So this is the thing I wanted to talk about. The first tweet was about both tweets was about the same, but this is the first tweet. Are you going to Smurfs? I am not, Colin. Yeah, I will not have time. I will not have time to go to Smurfs. Okay, so the first tweet was this one. Hi community, we notice Bambu Lab is offering a large amount of filament products on master spool without actually offering a refill version. Would you see it as a covered step backward to plastic spool, or beginning of a step forward to limiting plastic waste? Okay, so that was the idea. Why I posted that is because as a lot of people, I have been watching. No, sorry. I have been not everyone, as other competitors. I have been watching, what Bambu Lab was doing with their filament, right? And I noticed something recently, not recently, but in the last few months / half a year. They completely stopped selling refill. Okay, so if you go to any of their new products, like PLA Tough, for example, no refill, filament with spool. If you go PLA Marble, no refill. If you go PLA Aero, no refill. If you go PLA Sparkle, no refill, right? So I noticed that they completely stopped their refill. So what does that mean? What does that mean if they stop their refill? Then all their spool, PLA Metal, no refill. All their filament come in plastic spool that are called master spool, right? So on one side, I was like, okay, they are selling master spool, but they are not selling the refill. Then what's the difference between that master spool and what we had a few years ago, where we had plastic spool everywhere? And so does that mean they found a way to sell plastic spool without the market complaining because my plastic spool is a master spool? Or there's another reason? It could be that, I don't know, could be an internal reason where, I don't know, they decide to do this first and the refill later, or I don't know, something else. And the result was, with 219 votes, so it's not a lot, right? But it's 219 votes. It was almost 50-50. So half of the people think that it's a covered plastic spool. So it's like selling plastic spool, but people are happy with it. And half of it, a little bit more than half, think that it's a beginning of master spool. It's just that there is some reason that prevent them from selling refill at the moment. And you can read through some of them. Oh, there is Zombie's comment. For example, personally, I will get a spool of filament and not print the whole spool at once. So master spool don't make sense for me. If I found myself printing a lot of one color, then the refill price was significantly cheaper than standalone spool. Then I would be interested. Okay, so that's okay. That's one thing, because I was thinking when I made that post. Actually, Irib is here, and I was talking with Irib about the same thing. I was thinking, then people are going to accumulate all of this master spool because they have no choice. They have to buy a master spool every time they buy a filament. So they end up with a massive amount of refill, of master spool. Then what do they do with these master spool? Then is exactly, we go back to the problem we had a few years ago. What do we do with our plastic spool? And then Irib shared me a Reddit post, which I thought was funny. I mean, I'm not joking. This is November 13th, and the Reddit post. Let me go profile, and the Reddit post here was from less than 24 hours ago. Was from 20 hours ago, right? So this Reddit post was a few days after I posted it, right? So it was not related, and it says. So I don't know about y'all, but I have accumulated a number of empty Bambu spools that I have nothing to do with them. I know Bambu offer refill spools where they are just the filament and the cardboard center with the RFID tag, but those are only for PLA, PLA matte, PETG, and ABS, and only for a selected few colors as well. Anything else you order, you have to order it with a new spool. My thinking is that these spools will add up fast. I think it would be cool if Bambu offered a spool recycling program where it insensitive the customers to send their spool back, blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, that's exactly my point for my first tweet. We are, this post, we had this post a few years ago about what to do with plastic spool. And now we have exactly the same issue. So, yeah, what do you think so far? What do you think so far? What would you answer in this poll? Here. What do you think so far? Yeah, I thought about you when I read that post. Yeah, definitely. It was exactly what we talked about, like literally the day before. You can tear down a cardboard spool and print on the master spool. Since the plastics work better in the AMS, you have extra and don't want to print the adapters. Yes. Cool whip. I've actually ripped off the side of a polymer spool to fit on the master Bambu. Yeah. You're currently my main supplier due to the full cardboard spool and great filament. When I see plastic spool, I tend to skip purchasing that filament. Yeah. Monkey Butler Labs. In that case, it's not really a plastic spool. It's a master spool that is plastic, and that's the thing that kind of is the master spools. Is there a point to have a master spool if you can only buy the master spool? Like, is there a point to have a product with master spool if there is no refill? I have put over 50 kg of cardboard spool into the AMS without the plastic ring, no issues. There is no reason for Bambu not to use cardboard. Yeah. This I have seen some people that say they had issue with cardboard, so I would say it's like, I don't know if it's 50-50 or not, but there is some people that basically use cardboard as well as plastic, and it's the same on the AMS, and there is some other people that says that cardboard doesn't work on the AMS. So there is both feedback. I think the refill spool has been a pain for me. Yeah. It only works if you're printing PLA only, but it still feels like a way to sell plastic spool, but making it sound better. Yeah, I mean, I've calculated. Refill. I wish we had a master spool in the community. We're having so much blah blah blah. I've been using master spool for a while. Generally cheaper to ship OPS core instead of spool. I am a fan of Bamboo, but it seems like they are just trying to make plastic spool okay. Yeah. So there is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say something. I don't remember. Yeah, it will come back. It will come back. I disagree that I've had a number of cardboard spools fail. Yeah. So you see, there is a bit of both feedback. For some people, cardboard is no problem. For some people, they had issue. Just have an adapter and you're good. Yeah. 1 out of 100 spools of cardboard, I get it. Slightly damaged spool, fixable with ring. Yeah. Cardboard works for me 90% of the time, but sometimes there are problems. Yeah. Never had a real issue with cardboard spool in the EMS. Yeah. So you see, there is a wide spectrum of feedback on whether cardboard spools are working or not. I've had no issue with cardboard from Polymaker unless the sides were damaged. Other brand use soft cardboard and don't work. Yeah. Yeah, it's all based around their RFID system to self-identify the color type. Cardboard. Whoa, let's skip my. Cardboard works fine in the EMS, but can create some splintering dust. I use the Polymaker spool with the plastic adapter. Yes. Make a Viking. Cardboard has been fine for me, but I don't have an EMS either. Yeah. Someone should do an old school Netflix model, sending your old spools to get refilled, and they ship the filled spool. Maybe offer a price break based on the number of empty spool you send in. Yeah, so that's one of the issue common on PLA with sending back the spool is just the economy. Like, it would cost you, I think, $2 or $3 to send back your spool to us. It would cost us pretty much the same thing to produce that product, because the spool itself is in the cost structure is not that much. So it would make it more expensive for you to buy a refill, like to send back the spool and then we refill and send it back to you. It would be more expensive than just buying a new one. So then in that case, I mean, we can do it, but nobody's gonna buy, right? I've had too many issues with cardboard spool. I don't bother anymore. Always recore all my poly spool. Yeah. Also here, cardboard spool only in the EMS, no issue. Yes. Stephen Poole, he print anything perfect on the machine, so it must be fixable. Yeah, I couldn't care less about the RFID. Weight and damaged spool. Yeah, the problem I have with the current solution, cardboard spool with the adapter, is that it is rubbed the inside of the EMS cover. Yeah. 2018 Master Spool article. Yeah. I'm very familiar with Richard Work. Casper. Very, very familiar. I love what he's been doing, and he's busy with his new business now. And he's a big user of Polyterra actually now. But yeah, a big fan of his work on the Master Spool. I only use Polymaker, so I have no experience with other brand of cardboard spool. I buy some Bamboo, PTCF. Yeah, I mean, right now, to be honest, all the cardboard spool are pretty much going in the same direction. Before we launch our cardboard spool, I don't want to be arrogant, but I do. It does seem that since we launched the new design, like the very hard cardboard, then a lot of company has been launching pretty much the same. I mean, let me show you something. Let me show you something. So if you go on Amazon, actually, yeah. Because I don't want to appear arrogant. So let me just show you some facts. Some facts instead of me talking. So this is, let's go and take okay, so for example, this is the spool we launched, right? And then for example, let's take Iligu. Okay, this is the design of Iligu, right? This is our design. So sorry, I'm doing in a way that you can have it side by side. So I do think right now, and that's just one example. I mean, I can take the others. You see, like whether it's on the information, whether it's on the design, whether it's on the actual cardboard they are using, all the same, all the same. Uh, what to take? This one inspired by Overture. Overture also were one of the first one that released the cardboard. This was inspired by Overture, even the sticker. This is another Iligu. The Comgrow is the same. You see, Iligu Rapid PLA. So I mean, the thing I'm super happy, right? Because at the end of the day, we are all going cardboard, and when you are taking, so now it's under Black Friday, so the top spools are a bit mixed up, but you can still see it's very strange for me to still see plastic spool actually. I don't know for you, but when I see, for example, Hatchbox, I think they are still 100% plastic spool. You see, they're still like it just feels strange. I know it's not I know it's not the position of the market, but my mind has completely transitioned to cardboard already. And when I see plastic, that heavy 240-gram plastic spool that's going to be used and thrown away, it really feels strange when I see all of these plastic spools still there. I'm super happy we have more than 50%, like let's say around 50% under the regular ranking that are cardboard now, but there is still, you see, all of this plastic spool, and that feels strange. And I mean, we did that before, right? So I have nothing to, I have nothing to say, right? Because we did that before, but we made the transition, and during the transition, when I saw some plastic spool, it was okay. But right now, after 2 years after the transition, when I see some plastic spool, I feel a little bit strange. It's like, I don't know how to say, like, I don't know if there is some example of transition that has happened in the world where, I mean, I'm not talking about taking a horse instead of a car, right? I'm talking about an eco-friendly direction that we have taken that is now normal, and people feel strange of the way we did before. There must be an example so that I can illustrate my feeling. Like plastic bag when you go to the shop. Yeah, but maybe I don't know if you have the feeling, because in China we don't really go to supermarket anymore. But I don't know if you guys have some example or something. Using asbestos. What is this? No idea what is this. Asbestos. What's this? Oh, for the tile. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you have that idea. Feels outdated. Yeah, it feels outdated. It feels like it's like an old product. It's like when I see plastic is, yeah, I don't have. There is an example of something that we use every day, and then it changed, and then when we think backward, it was strange that we don't use it. But from an eco-friendly perspective, yeah. Sorry, I don't have example, but I hope you get what I mean. There are many stores in the US that no longer have plastic bag. Yeah. So for example, that was the first example I want you to take. But maybe before, when you go to the store, you're always used to the plastic bag. There's plastic bag everywhere. And now I guess you're not used to. But if let's say you go to a store and there's a bunch of plastic bag for free at the end, and they put everything in a plastic bag, then you will feel strange, right? Even if a couple of years ago that was the norm, there is plastic bag everywhere. And the fact that you have transitioned your mind and you go to a store and they have all of this plastic bag, then that's the feeling I have right now when I see plastic spool. So the green evolution, yeah. So sorry, I did skip plastic straw. Yeah, for plastic straw. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker out of plastic, out of straw, so I don't have that feeling. But everyone must have a similar story in their mind. For example, um, be sure to reuse polymer plastic bag. Yeah, don't murder your resealable plastic bag. Okay, sorry, I did skip over some of the comments. So if there is any important question, you can repost it. I still have some of the old plastic spool and keep forgetting that when I see them. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we used to have. Can you imagine? We used to have this massive 250-gram polycarbonate spool for nylon, for polydissolve S1, and we used to have for the PLA, ABS, ASA this 240-gram, 230-gram polystyrene spool. I mean, like when I look back, I was like, oh my god, that's like tons and tons, hundreds of tons of plastic that we were sending out to customers. And I mean, obviously, when I look back now, then it looks strange. But at that time, that was the right solution for us to start the business. Because even though a lot of people don't believe me, but yes, cardboard spool are more expensive than plastic spool. I still don't understand why people don't want to believe me. If you go on Twitter, just recently, I had an argument with someone, and it was the same. They think that cardboard spool is cheaper, and that's the reason why we moved to cardboard, to make more profit. But that's not true. Like I don't know how to prove you. I mean, I could show you, our supplier invoice, but I cannot. But cardboard spool are more expensive than plastic spool, and I hope most of you have understand this. But just believe me, or you can go on I don't know, go on Alibaba or something, Alibaba Business, and go check cardboard spool and go check plastic spool and ABS plastic spool, and you are going to see, like you're going to feel, like you're going to feel the effort that Polymaker had to go through to change from plastic spool to cardboard spool. Jerry Cooper, what type of glue are you using with the cardboard spool? It's a custom glue. We developed it ourselves because we wanted the glue to resist to 100-degree drying time. So we had to custom develop our glue. Francis, is it possible to add some kind of hard recyclable thing on the side of the spool, maybe some kind of glue, so the cardboard could be used inside the AMS? Oh, you mean on the edges, right? There is possibility. We are working on something. The small challenge, not a big challenge, but a little bit of a challenge, is we want to find a solution that is not going to compromise the compostability of the spool. Because I mean, you can add a polymer thing on the side, but we worked on a specific glue to not affect too much like if you put it in a landfill, the glue is not going to affect too much. So we want to find a similar solution for the edge. We don't want to go for the easy solution that's gonna affect more the end of life of the product. So that's just a little bit of the challenge there. Could you use a sugar-based glue? We could. I mean, I have some limitation at some point on glue formulas, but yeah, I know they are working on. Something that would prevent damaging the eco-friendliness of the spool itself. Because if you have a beautiful cardboard spool, but it's surrounded by toxic glue and printed with ink that will affect I don't know, the surrounding of where you throw the spool, and there is glue that will never degrade, then I mean, yes, but you kind of a little bit damage the first idea, right? So we just try to make sure that the ink is towards the right direction, the glue is toward the right direction, even the binder. I don't know if you know, but the binder itself for the middle, there is no binder. It's basically pressed really, really strongly. And that's the reason there is no binder that would affect, again, the compostability. So it's a fine balance between user friendliness, You don't want to receive a cardboard spool that's gonna completely degrade, right? And also making sure that it's something that has green end of life, kind of. I want Nicholas to hand delivery my spool, save on packaging. But we are not going to save on logistic if I go there. If I take my small car from Houston, oh, or do you mean I need to go by bicycle from Houston to your house to be eco-friendly? I have zero issue with the low profile plastic green. Unidia is the hyper spool and the thinking, blah, blah, more eco-friendly. Okay, so going. How about getting rid of the cardboard box each spool come in? The packaging, you mean? That's a requirement for Amazon, actually. And I'm pretty sure it's a requirement for any delivery to have a box. When are you adding seeds to the spool? Plants get some flower. Someone had the idea before. We already investigated the idea. Do you know what's the big downside of adding seeds in the spool? I can give you a hint. The spool is coming from outside of the US. Yeah, exactly. So as soon as you start putting seeds or some organic stuff, then you cannot ship it anywhere without a huge amount of papers and authorization, and then it's gonna be $120 spool just for the regulation. I'm not even sure we can have regulation for that, but even if we have, it's gonna be expensive. Yeah, exactly, Casper. Yeah, and maybe the humidity. Yeah, well, for the humidity is fine, because if you end up with a spool that has the seeds that has how do you call it, like yeah, how you call it when the germ come out? They have the seed has this the seed has, what do you call that? Sprout. I think it's sprout. So if you receive a spool that has sprout, then it means it has absorbed humidity, so the spool is bad. But if it doesn't have sprout, germinated, yeah, sprout or germinated. Then if it hasn't germinated or sprout, then it means the spool is good. Then it's good to use. It's dry. So it's a kind of an indicator. Anyway, going back to our refill topic. Refill and cardboard spool. For me, they are not one against the other, right? I think they both have pros and cons. And what are the pros and cons? For me, the refill. The pros of the refill is I'm trying to sort them. I'm trying to sort them from the biggest pro to the user error. From the biggest pro to the no. So I think the biggest advantage of the master spool for me is user friendliness. I think. What if you reduce the overall diameter of the spool? So with printed things, it's in the EMS better. I agree. The issue with the refill and master spool is winding really. Yes. So let me do this. So I would say master spool, number one pros is user friendliness, because it's basically, it gives you exactly the same. I mean, user friendliness meaning after you put it inside, not how to put it inside, but it gives you the same experience as a plastic spool. Okay, so the plastic spool, the big pros is that it's super easy to use, right? But the downside is not eco-friendly. The master spool gives you all the pros of the plastic spool, but it doesn't give you but it gives you the eco-friendliness. So that's what I like about master spool. The con of master spool is the usability. Like I just said 2 times the same thing, but so like putting the refill. Okay, so putting the refill is the con. The cons of the master spool. However, Okay, so no, let me just finish. Let me open a PPT because let me make this because this the discussion we are having now is important. Why is important? Because the discussion we are having now will define what what what's going to be the direction that Polymaker is going to take. So I'm hoping that we can have a good discussion together. Okay, so master. So I will call it master spool, and here I will call it. So we have plastic spool, cardboard spool, and we have master at work, master spool. Okay, so we have this. So from and let's make let's just make it this. So the first thing that people, hey, Hybrid Robotics, how's everything? The first thing that people care about is price. Okay, let's give it a score. Let's give it a score from 1 to 10. From 0 to 10. 0 being bad and 10 being good. Okay. So price, from a price perspective. No, how can we make this? No, let's just rank them. Let's just rank them. Like we need to have 1, 2, 3. So usually from a price perspective, is there a difference between cardboard, like from a user perspective, from your perspective? Can I assume that if you're looking for a spool, whether it's plastic spool or whether it's cardboard spool, you will usually find it at the same price? I think they are basically all at the same price, right? The master spool, and we need and we kind of need the refill at the same time. Yeah, how to make this properly? Let me do it, and then we'll find a way. Would the refill? Yeah. How do you think? Yeah, let me just do it. Just do it, because price perspective, actually they are all the same price, right? Whether if you are looking for a PLA and you go PLA with master spool, with a cardboard spool, or with a plastic spool, you are going to find it pretty much the same price, right? I don't think there is much. At least right now, right? I personally put the quality of the filament over the price. Oh, Simply Huffy, I think you are in the small in the minority. In the minority. So I know you say I personally put the quality, but yeah, you would be in the minority. A lot of people, they check price first. They filter by price. The price is the first thing that the eyes is going to go to. It's always about price for most of the people. But anyway, so price, I think you basically, I think you could find more or less all of them at the same. And then ease of use. Ease of use is basically plastic spool is the easiest to use. You have nothing to do. It's very durable, blah blah. And I would say cardboard and master spool. I would say these two are the same position, because on one side, cardboard spool, even though there is no installation to put, you may have some issue with the spool damage or something like this. So there might be some stuff to do. And on the master spool side, even though after the installation, it's basically like a plastic spool, there is the whole installation to do. So I would say they are number 2. Shipping, garbage out, I always say. The downside is that I have lost almost everything I own. I only have what is with me now. Really? What happened? Did you have a fire or something? Master spool would be a 3. You have the risk of the coal coming unwind. Okay, so you would put the master spool ease of use after the cardboard spool. Okay. I don't know if other would contest that change. Let's see. So price, ease of use, and then let's go directly eco-friendliness. 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 Friendliness or friendliness? Nope. How do you write eco-friendliness? Eco-friend or friendliness? Yeah. Uh, Eco-friendliness. Then I would say 3, and then cardboard. I would say 1, and master spool. What master spool? 1. But depending on how you implement the master spool, right? If you implement it in the way Bambu Lab do it, then it's 3, because it's basically the same as plastic spool, very similar. But if you implement it well, then it's pretty much like carbo spool, maybe even better if you implement it really well, because you could save a few grams of cardboard that are on the side. Right? Hey, do it 3D. I'm still printing a lot of Polymaker in the studio. Nice. How's everything? Tweet 3D from Canada. Maybe because I'm streaming a lot earlier than usual. Maybe that's why. At least 3 to 5% of the B-stock return we have received are unusable for the school. Imagine the frame before we'll have loaded past school, additional shipping damage and tangle filament from refill, and you will have to double your stock inventory with 1 from each school and refill. Well, that's the strategy I want to talk about. Like, how would you? Why not come up with your own master spool? Yeah, build overbought. That's the thing. Okay, let's talk about solution. What would be? You could use a mix of master spool with just carbon core. Yeah. So let's talk about solution. This is how I envision. After all what I learned about master spool, right? What I learned on Twitter via all the discussion, what I learned from my own research and from the data we have. I think the best implementation would be the following. Number 1, I think we should stop new standard. Okay, I think it would be the worst marketing move and business move to introduce a new standard. So I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know which standard to use. I don't know, Bambu standard or whatever other standard, or I don't know. But I definitely don't want to come up with a new standard. This is definitely something I don't want to do. So when, for example, when I saw who was saying, build overbought, come up with your own, our own master spool. Yes, but I don't want to create any new standard, right? There is a marketing strategy, but there is a little bit of confidentiality inside this. I will talk about it in the open meeting if you want. But for the number 1, no new standard. Number 2, I think we should have both. I think we should have both cardboard and refill, but not for all our products. And we should not force ourselves to have a refill and a cardboard. So I think we should not sell. I think we should not sell any master spool with filament. So I think what Bambu Lab is doing, I think I would not want to do that. What they have decided is they sell all their filament on the master spool, and a few of them they offer the refill. That's what they have chosen. I think that's in my personal opinion, I think that's not a good direction if you really want to be eco-friendly, I would say. So I think the direction would be you can buy the master spool, but on the side. So there is only 1 SKU where you can buy the master spool. All the rest is refill or cardboard. So, for example, you have I don't know, Polysonic. iRib has an idea of launching Polysonic refill. So you have Polysonic PLA Black that is in refill, and then you can buy as many refill. And another thing, the refill should not come in 1 kg. Sorry, in one time 1 kg. So minimum, we should have two times 1 kg in the packaging. So number one, it would make it much cheaper, and number two, there is no point of selling a one-time refill. It doesn't make sense at all, right? If you buy a refill, it's at least to put two, right? So if you buy Polysonic PLA Pro refill and you buy one master spool and one refill, for me it doesn't make sense. We should not sell this. Because Polysonic is interesting for AMS users, and it's a filament made for people who print a lot, because otherwise you wouldn't need a high-speed filament. Yeah. So I would make a pack of 2 or even a pack of 3 kg refill Polysonic PLA Black 1.75, and I would make it cheaper per kg, like much cheaper. Number one, well, the fact that it's much cheaper does not really come from the fact that there is no spool, because like I said, the spool is not a big part of the price. But the fact that it comes in 3 and you can make a more compact packaging, so you save a lot on logistics. Usually bulk discount comes from logistics, right? Most of the time. So this pack of 3 refill would be super cheap compared to buying one time carbo spool Polysonic PLA. I would absolutely buy that. Yeah, I think that's the best strategy. A refill should really come in 3 times 1. Yeah, minimum 2, like bare minimum. But I think 3 would be the best. And you know what? I will give you a small secret. The most cost-effective product on Amazon, from a company point of view, is 4 spool. So that's 4 kg basically, a little bit more than 4 kg. That's the most cost-effective from a company perspective. But I think 4 might be a little bit too much. I don't know why. I mean, all of this is based on judgment, right? But I think 3 is the sweet spot. So we should sell master spool on one side and pack of 3 on the other side. And we should continue carbo spool. If you only want 1 kg of Starlight, no problem. You just buy the carbo spool and you put the ring on it, right? So I think it's a mix between both, taking the pros of both the cardboard and the master spool and creating a portfolio that is just perfect. This is my thought as well. I think the role can be improved. 3 gets you closer to the $50 marks, 4 a bit pricey. Yeah, good point. That's simply happy. There is also the absolute price that people are willing to pay. Above $50. So usually for a spool, if it's above 25, people start to think. They start to analyze. Is it valuable? Where does it come from? What is the review? If it's below 25, they think less. So let me give you another tip. Below $19.99, people don't think. Between $20 and $24.99, people are highly driven by impression. So like you just have to design something really nice, a nice picture. Like they are not going to read too much. They are not going to look at the value. They are just going to be impressed by the look. Between 25 and $39.99, they are going to start analyzing and to start to read. Between 40 to above, they are going to start downloading TDS. They are going to start reaching out. They are going to ask people that have used it for reviews and this kind of thing. Like a little bit of a rule of thumb. So you are saying I need to raise my prices to cut out the stupid. What? So what I'm saying is for filament, right? I'm not saying for TV or something like this, right? I'm talking about filament. 2 cents cost benefit analysis cardboard always win. 2 cents cost benefit analysis cardboard always win. Sorry, I didn't get it. Moving to Twitch, I think those questions are getting seen more. Sorry. Sorry if I missed some question. If you're printing enough to really use master spool, you're going to be mostly buying more than three. Yeah, exactly, Build of a Bot. Exactly. The master spool has a very specific target market. So it has to be designed towards them. Okay, so the entire industry should retool their spool to accommodate the new manufacturer. Horrible idea. Yeah, exactly. So that's the reason. Yeah, so that's the reason I don't want to introduce a new standard, right? Is that what you mean? So the entire industry should retool their spool to accommodate the new manufacturer. Sorry, I didn't see what you said before, but I don't want to. That's rule number one. Rule number one is I don't want to introduce any new standard. It's going to be something that exists already. How do you suggest a master spool that's AMS compatible, since it seems a lot of farms use that now? A lot of farms use AMS? Oh, I didn't know that, Zombie. Like when you say a lot, like you mean like more than 30% or something of the print farm? I mean, from my knowledge, I don't know all the print farm in the world, but from my knowledge, the AMS has barely entered the production customers, like barely. I would say like maybe less than 1% or something. I might be wrong. I mean, things are moving quickly, right? So I might be wrong. AMS is load and forget. Yeah, I mean, I do understand that AMS is a good solution, but being a good solution and being, a lot of production customers are using that, there's a difference, right? I mean, maybe in 5 years that would be the most used system. I also believe that. I think it's super useful, right? But as of right now, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I see. I've visited actually some print farms. Like, I mean, it depends on what you say by print farm. If you are talking about 5 to 10, then that might not be the print farm. We are not talking about the same print farm, right? Maybe you are talking about like small businesses that are using 3D printing for like small amount of product, like I don't know, 3 to 10 printers or something. Yeah, maybe we are not segmenting in the same way. But anyway, if you can make the refill compatible with the Bamboo Master Spool, that might be a good thing. Yeah, it will. I mean, it will definitely not be a new standard. Whether it will be matching bamboo or matching something else, I don't know. But I don't think it will. I don't think it will be a new standard. I know it's not going to be a new standard. Not German. How's everything? I have 3 printers for 3 AMS units. Simply Huffy. The AMS isn't slow. The printers take long to switch color. That becomes completely irrelevant. Print only one color. Okay, so if you are, would a carbo spool that can be taken apart in order to fit a master spool be the best option? It works for people who need spool as well as the general market. Yeah, so Matrix Ray, that would be the perfect portfolio. It would be our carbo spool, and you can buy a master spool next to it. The problem is we don't know how to make a carbo spool that would safely become a refill for your master spool. Like, I mean, it does take some skills to rip off the buff part of the cardboard and make it a refill. So it is definitely the most ideal solution. I just don't know how to. We don't know how to implement it, basically. If we are comparing against bamboo, that's consumer product, right? I don't know much about industrial printing. Uh, well, if you're talking about print farm, then it's not consumer anymore, right? Sorry, so yeah, maybe it's about the definition of print farm. Like when you say print farm, for me is like, let's say 20 plus printer. I mean, even below that, you can. So I would say I would segment print farm as two main print farm. I would say below 20 printer and above 20 printer. So between 5 to 20, I would say it's a print farm level 1, and 20 plus, it's a print farm level 2. And I would say level 1, I agree with you. I think the AMS is starting to take more and more space. 20 plus, I would say the AMS haven't even started on that one, but will soon, I believe. But again, it's based on judgment, 100% judgment. I don't have much data. I only have what I know, and I don't know that. With rules, I say you have a whole army here. Most farm are printing a single color, which can come from a single 5 kg spool. Cost of an MS is not reliable for your farm, especially the MS maintenance cost for the farm. Yeah, and that's the reason why we segment in a specific way for print farm, because demands are different. And even, I mean, for example, Prusa is still a really big printer in the print farm level 2, right? Prusa, Creality, custom printers, etc. Hey Sebastian, how's everything? Why not make out of the bamboo the plant to make what? Blah, 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 blah. Nick is hard to catch. I'm trying to catch all the messages. I can look into designing that spool. I'll do it when I have time, and then send the files over to you or something. Really, I mean, it's yeah, and there is a lot to consider, right, Matrix Ray, because there is the whole supply chain on our side as well. So I think it's going to be hard to design, right? I don't know if you're talking the Carbo spool or the FB drumming. You know what? I was all in the refill. I changed my mind. I think that the best direction would be to modify the Carbo spool to fit inside the AMS, either with edge treatment or reduced diameter. Yeah, I think FB drumming. I think there is pros and cons for both. I would say, let's say FB drumming. Let's say you are printing a huge amount of one color. Okay, so you can use your AMS to easily have a 4 kg spool, because you can put 4 spools, right? And then you put your 4 spools, and when one is finished, you just take it out, open it, put a refill, close it, and put it back. So in that perspective, the refill for me makes more sense, because the refill will give you more reliability, right? Because it's the plastic spool, it's hard edge, and then it's heavy, and blah 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 blah. So it gives you more reliability. But let's say you want a starlight, you want a bunch of fancy color filament. Yeah, you're not going to bother, with the master spool and stuff, and you have to finish the spool in order to use. You're not going to bother with that. So the best is you take a Carbo spool, you clip the edge on each side of it, and then you're done. So I think they both have pros and cons, and if we make them work together nicely, bingo. I think bingo. I think is the perfect solution. What I said before as well, making the spool just slightly smaller could already help. I'm the only one who keeps the door open on the AMS unit. Design is one thing, manufacturing a repeatable, cost-effective product is another. Yeah, that's what Elon Musk company is good at, right? They are trying to do both at the same time, which has been working so far. Making them 196 instead of 200. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping also that the hardware side will have all of this discussion as well, to try to design something a bit more friendly to the industry, but definitely, the direction of mix between carbo spool and master spool that works well together. The master spool that you can buy, and then the refills that comes in packs that makes it much more cost effective, etc., etc. I think that's the best. Because what is the main problem of the master spool? For me, the main problem of the master spool is it's not easy to use when it comes to switching filament. Let's say you have a spool and you haven't finished the filament, but you need the master spool. Then you have to either you have to finish the whole filament, either you have to put some ziplock or something, and then you have to open it and put the other one, and it's not easy. So the experience is good as long as it is about putting it and close. And in order to have that, then you have to finish the filament. So the master spool is good only if you finish the filament. So if you finish the filament, then it's good, because you end up with an empty master spool. Then you just remove the empty core and you put the new one, and then you go again and again and again. I mean, it's like everything, right? When you unload, then you load a new one and then you continue. So it's it has to finish first, and then the master spool makes sense. And I think that's the main reason why Bambu doesn't sell refill for all the other filaments, is because maybe they know that, well, their master spool is not meant to be changed if you don't finish what is inside. But maybe they know that all of these other, then people are not really going to finish. So that might be a reason. But I think it's wrong, because then you just go back to plastic spool. Matrix Ray, I'm just saying the idea that came to my mind. I'm not a polymer engineer. That's up to them to test for viability. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that, like you said, Matrix Ray, that would be the best, because for us, that's only one SKU. It's the carbon spool. And then if people want to make it a refill, then it's the same. I just don't know how it's that possible. It has been thought. It has been thought. It's just that the idea still hasn't come, basically. We don't know how to implement that. So far, it's more cost effective for us to just have both, one refill and one cardboard. And to be honest, on a personal level, I always like things to be simple. And I always like to have things that have a simple objective. I don't like to mix objective often. So if that thing is meant to do that, then it's meant to do that, and it better be the best at doing that. But if one thing is meant to do two things, then usually in my mind it's like, yeah, then it's not gonna be good at this, and it's not gonna be good at this. So I rather be super good at one thing instead of trying to be okay at two things. So from a personal perspective, maybe that's also the reason why I haven't dig too much into that idea, because I feel like it's going to be hard to be perfect at both. So, but that's just from a personal perspective. But you can have a misshot situation when changing the refill. Yeah. I mean, changing the refill, I don't think people would make a lot of mistakes, right? Because I mean, it's like it's a new one. So you remove the core, no mistake to make, because it's empty. You put the new core. I don't think like this would be much issue. And then that's it. It's done, right? I mean, the only issue that could happen is you put the new refill, you close the spool. At the moment where you cut all the paper lock, if you have forgotten to put this small the tip of the filament, if you have forgotten to secure that, then that's for me the only point where it can go wrong. All the rest, I think, is I don't think it's a big issue. The big issue comes from if you haven't finished the spool and then you have to change, then that's a big mess, a really big mess. By the way, I'm Francis Bellan. I have my Etsy store, and offering more colors really help getting more sales. So the master spool makes less sense for me. Oh, FB Drumming is Francis? Oh, okay, I didn't know. I think the hardware company really need to be one to solve this. Yeah, I don't think there is one of the other or the other that needs to solve this, but I think we need to work together. I'm saying there are dozens and not hundreds of manufacturers and asking them to all retool because one manufacturer to try and lock their product to only their schools. That number two, if you do first, rest maybe follows like the game, noisy fun. You can see at the end what comes out, what you do, yeah. Bamboo problem, not an industry problem. Yeah, 100% agree with your master school theory. Yeah. People even have problems not letting the end of the filament go when changing it, when putting the master spool without too many filament switches will lead to problem. I mean, I agree that the master spool will create more problem than the carbo spool in the tangling way, but I think it's still reasonable. It's much more reasonable than if we ask them to change if they don't finish. That's my meaning. I think it's reasonable. I think the amount of mistake will be reasonable. Both would leave the choice at the buyer. Maybe two, they don't like fast changes. Yeah. If you take out a spool of a printer and mess with it, but at the end, the same can happen. Yeah, yeah. Bamboo is playing the long game in their equipment business model. Bamboo is playing the long game in the equipment. So what do you mean the long game? Sideline? There are more machine in industry with that exchange system. How do they do that? Other industrial, like ink, you mean, Romilly? First time I used a bamboo refill, I didn't fully lock the spool, and during the print, the spool came apart. Ooh, filament everywhere. Wasn't what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I do. I mean, to be honest, I think the bamboo refill is okay. I mean, it's not a bad experience. I think it's pretty straightforward. I I would say that all the refill before, I was not. I mean, the locking mechanism, the idea of the refill. I think the bamboo one is for me one of the best. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't think of another one that would be as good. So I think from that perspective, and because they made the choice that their master spool are not going to be, even if they don't market it, but their master spool is a half master spool in a way that you have to finish the filament. But for me, that's fine. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's a problem. Okay, great, great. I just wanted to do a quick live stream of 1 hour, and it's been almost 2 hours. So, but that was a great discussion. That was a great discussion. I'm happy I could elaborate a little bit more on the idea behind the master spool. Not sure if even small clearance issue in the refill lead to layers of filament dropping in relation to others, especially close to the corners. This plus a bit of flimsy customers to tangle, which produces really bad elasticity. And people lost the filament brand with half finished print that failed because of the tangle. I mean, tangle will always happen, whether you do master spool or not. So I guess it will always happen. Ferret Fawcett, thank you for joining. I agree, it's a very good stream. You can even print the master spool, and it's just as good as purchasing one. Yeah. One more question: USA Galaxy Black ASA in USA. When will it come to Canada? Galaxy Black ASA. When it will come to Canada? Do you guys have any other question before we end the live stream? Galaxy. Galaxy Black, December 20th for the US and January 14th for Canada. So that's ASA Galaxy Black. December 20th for USA and what did I say? January 14th for Canada. Okay, what else? You know that a quick stream is impossible. yeah. I just yeah. But I mean, I loved it. I really missed streaming. When my polymetric spools get low, they try to lift out of the EMS. The solution was a 1 1/4 inch socket inside spool to add the weight. Yeah, I mean, syndicated chaos. If we do a master spool, then we'll just go a master spool. We'll make a super heavy plastic spool, super durable, super easy to use. We will not care about eco-friendliness at all, because that's the point of the master spool, is to be reused, and to be super reliable. So we will not care about eco-friendliness at all, right? But if we make a carbo spool, then we care about eco-friendliness and ease of use, but we do a compromise. But if we do a master spool, then we'll definitely not care about, we'll only care about the most reliable spool for every different type, every kind of system, and for every type of people. The most easier thing to do. Use the community for this. They're smart, definitely. We always use community. Like even now, I'm bouncing ideas against the community. Thanks for spending time with us. Yes, thank you for joining and spending time and participating to the discussion. It's really, really helpful. Thank you, everyone. Oh, I'm awesome. I forgot. I completely forgot. I literally forgot that we usually do a giveaway. Okay, so let me set up very quickly. Sorry, I guess I lost the habit. I guess I lost the habit of doing our giveaway. Let's do it now. Okay, let's go. This is why Playmaker is on top. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Syndicated Chaos, for the great feedback. Concrete spool for master spool. A Kevlar reinforced titanium carbon fiber spool. That's gonna be our master spool. Yeah, Nick, titanium master spool with RGB. Will you stream more often at this time? More convenient for Europe, at least a bit early. I'm not too sure of the. Yeah, it could even be a metal spool. I have no idea. But we will go first principle. What would be the best master spool? And we'll just go first principle. That is important, yeah. Thank you so much. The empty spool would cost $250. Yeah, I mean, we'll still take into account the cost, right? But you get what I mean, right? Okay. Are we good? Everyone is awesome. We have 72 viewers, 42 entries. So there is 29 lurkers, which I give a few seconds more. And we're going to draw our 3 winners in 3, 2. The more durable the master spool, the more eco-friendly. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. We were more eco-friendly at the time where the washing machine was lasting more than 2 years, and where the iron was lasting more than 1 year, and all of this, right? You remember that time where everything was lasting forever? Well, we should make a master spool that we're gonna still use in 20 years. In 20 years, we're gonna be like, oh, look at that master spool. This is the real one. This is what we use. The true community used that one. Yeah, lasted forever and could be repaired. Exactly. There can be only one. Okay, let's draw our 3 winners. Number 1. Print a manufacturing date on it. Yeah. In 2050, we're gonna see 2023. Cannabikes, congratulations from YouTube. Cannabike, are you there from YouTube? You must be there because we just started the giveaway. So, Cannabikes. Yeah, congratulations, Cannabikes. And the second winner is Brody Frost. Hey, Nicola. I once won 10 spool on Creative, but didn't respond to my email together. Maybe. Oh, are you kidding me? I was reading Brody Frost's comment, and it came on screen at the same time. Okay, so what is the next comment I'm going to read? Brody Frost, congratulations. In any case, you will have to contact me. I do believe I have some emails regarding 10 spools, so I think we can figure it out with that giveaway at the same time. So yeah, so that's going to be 11 spool, Brody Frost. You can round it up to 11 spool. Thank you, Zombie. So Zombie just posted what how to reach out to me, and let's figure this out, Brody. And congratulations again on 2 YouTube winner. Okay, so the third winner, okay, maybe Kumar and PLA, because I was reading Kumar and PLA at the same time from YouTube. Maybe another YouTube winner. Go back to Twitch. Sorry, Kumar and PLA. Audra Murphy, congratulations. Audra Murphy, are you there? Audra Murphy for Twitch. Audra Murphy. Yeah, congratulations, Audra Murphy, for the spool of Polemic Filaments. And I almost forgot that we need to rate someone. So, is there anyone twitching at that time? Twitching. Streaming, I mean. Sorry. What does Twitch mean? I thought Twitch is like something like this, no? Like twitching? Like this? That's twitching, right? What is Twitch? Twitch. No, definition. Give or cause to give short, sudden jerking or that's this. Like this. This is twitching. Okay, so who is twitching? Streaming. We have the 3 even. Is he? Yeah. Okay, let's go and check out the 3 even. Our miniature designer. Ray. It's so strange to go back to streaming like this. Okay. It would be fun to raid Nero. Oh, Nero? Oh, wait, Nero. Wait. Sorry. Cancel. Really? But he's on YouTube, right? Nero? Oh, no way! Nero's content is intended for certain audiences. It may contain mature rated game. Okay, start watching. Oh, he's on Twitch and he's he's playing games. Okay, let's go say hi to Nero. Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea. He may say bad word. Okay, so be what? A disclaimer. Mature. Yeah, how do you say that? Yeah. Anyway, Twitch is going to give you. Okay, thank you. For the people on YouTube, here's the link if you wanna say hi to Nero with us. It's not 3D printed related. He's playing, but Nero is streaming on YouTube a lot. He's a printer builder, and he's an amazing person. And we are just going to say hi, just because it's the first time I see him on there. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. So please join me at least to say hi, and then enjoy. So thank you again, everyone, for joining today, and I will talk to you very soon. And don't forget to join our Discord